Hey guys, this is Sumner Healy over at the Land Pioneer, and in this video I'm going to break down a really special spot out in Otero County, New Mexico. This video is going to be dedicated to the properties that we have out in Timberon, New Mexico. This is a small subdivision in the Sacramento Mountains out in Otero County, New Mexico. It's like the southern portion, kind of southeast portion of New Mexico. And we sell a good amount of properties out here. On average, we'll sell anywhere between 40 and 50 properties out here a year. And that number is steadily climbing as there's more interest in the area. So what I wanted to do in this video is just kind of give you guys a deep dive on what to expect out here, right? If you're looking at land in Timberon, this is going to be a really good video. Explore your options before committing to buying property out here, just because there's some things to be mindful of, and we'll dive into that in this video. So very first thing is Timberon is a subdivision that was created many decades ago, and a big swath of land was subdivided down into mainly quarter-acre to half-acre chunks. There are some bigger lots out there in Timberon, but for the most part, you're going to see about a quarter-acre to half an acre be the most common size. Sometimes you'll see listings for properties that are an acre to an acre and a half, and usually that's a few adjacent parcels being sold together. But on the off chance, we have seen bigger properties. We actually just listed a 1.7 acre property out there. That's one of the biggest properties in the subdivision, and you can actually go take a look at that link for the listing down below. So yeah, this area was subdivided. A lot of the lots out here actually have utilities, so there's water hookups in most cases, or water lines close by to the property. And then in a lot of cases too, there's also electric out there. Now, no kind of sewer system. You're going to be looking at installing septic, and not all properties are treated equal out here. So some properties are much closer to utilities, where some properties are very far away from utilities. And usually you're going to see this reflected in the price, but it's always good to be mindful. So the roads heading out to Timberon, you're going to go through Cloudcroft. Those are all going to be nice paved roads. Once you actually get into Timberon, most of it's kind of like a hard pack dirt / rock. You're going to need four-wheel drive in the winter, but in the summer months, it's really not too difficult to get around. That Timberon Water and Sanitation Department does manage keeping the roads clean and grading them, so they actually go out there and maintain the roads. So you never really have to worry too much about the roads, but it is advisable if you're there in the winter months, you're going to want to ensure that you have a four-wheel drive car and potentially chains. The real kind of winter months out here where there's going to be snow on the ground, typically first snow is going to be out in November, kind of around Thanksgiving, and then it's usually going to be starting to roll over into sunny days somewhere around April to May. So kind of classic seasons out here. You get the full gamut. You get a bit of a monsoon rainy season at the tail end of summer once you kind of step into August, and then it'll slowly build into winter right around November. So want to be mindful of that. If you're out there in the summer though, you should be fine without four-wheel drive. And this is a great place to hang out, honestly, especially in the summer. Weather's incredible. You're going to get a lot of sunny days out there. June and July are fantastic months to be out in the Sacramento Mountains. Just absolutely beautiful. And within Timberon, you've got a golf course. It's 9 holes, but it's still something fun to do. Swimming pools included. You got horseshoe tournaments. There's even a small fishing lake out there. So you've got tons of different options, and those are some of the cool amenities that come with living out here. Now, with those amenities, there are going to be some restrictions in terms of what you can do on the land. They're pretty darn mild, right? These are known as CC&Rs, and codes, covenants, and restrictions. And out here, you're looking at an 800 square foot minimum. So for you folks that like the idea of building a tiny home, you can still build it out there so long as it's just over 800 square feet. You can camp and put an RV on the property up until 180 days. So you're looking at about 6 months out there, but you can't live in an RV indefinitely. This was an area that was kind of designed to be mid to upper scale in terms of homes. Now it's not really the case. Most of the homes are pretty cabiny, but the intention behind having people not be able to live in the RVs was they wanted it to be a nicer community, and now it's kind of more of like a rugged mountain feel going on out there. There's no trash services or recycling services out there. There's just a large receptacle. You can go drop off your trash and recycling in there, and then Timberon, they'll actually come and take care of and remove all the trash and the recycling. This is one of the coolest parts about Timberon is there's actually a small landing strip, and so small aircraft, helicopters, obviously smaller airplanes, Cessnas and whatnot, you can actually come fly in, land your helicopter, land your plane, spend some time out there, and then boogie off. Now, most of these properties that we sell out there, you're going to be anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 is typically what we're listing them at. Retail is usually going to be a bit higher. You usually see like $10,000 to $12,000, but part of the value we bring is always listing at a discount. And so to be able to buy a piece of land at that price point and have this level of amenities is pretty impressive. Yes, you're going to sacrifice a little bit with some of the restrictions on the land, but trust me, they're minor. I've seen much worse out there. And so to be able to have a landing strip, a golf course, a swimming pool, they already have trash services and have the roads maintained. There's few starter properties out there that make more sense, in my opinion, than buying out in Timberon, New Mexico. That's why I think long-term the values are going to go up out here. I mean, you've got ponderosa pines on your property, you've got utilities already there. It's super remote, but it's still a gorgeous area. The restrictions are low, taxes are low. Most of these properties are between $25 and $50 a year in taxes. It's just the best. At least that's my opinion. A common question we also get out here too is, folks that they might want to move out here full time, or they know, hey, I'm going to be out here for 3 to 6 months per year. What are the actual medical facilities around here? If something happens, am I going to be okay? There's actually a Timberon Fire Department, and within there, there's an EMS. So there's actually a Timberon Fire Department, and you've got an ambulance in there, they got EMS services, and so you've got pretty much everything you need on site. In case of a serious emergency, looks like the closest medical clinic would be in Cloudcroft, which is about 30 to 40 miles away. Windy road, so it is going to be a little bit slower, but you've got on-site support, you've got a fire department out there, so in the fire season, sleep easy knowing, hey, there's guys out here that if something did catch on fire, we've got support. Now, one of my favorite things about buying and selling land is understanding the flora and the fauna, and out here you've got so much to enjoy. You see mule deer, there's deer out here, there's elk, there's bobcats, occasional mountain lion, even the gray wolf has been spotted out here. Probably pretty darn rare, but you've really got a whole multitude of just beautiful animals, exotic animals for most folks. If you're living in the city right now, this is a great place to come and really just feel what it feels like to maybe rewind time 60, 70 years ago and feel what nature and living off-grid feels like. And it's just an incredible thing to be able to appreciate. And most of these properties, we're listing them at $99 down. You're looking at maybe $120 to $150 a month on easy payment. So financing them is super straightforward. Or again, you can just buy them outright for cash. Most of these are $3,000, $4,000. And so to be able to have all of this at your disposal and to have an asset which I feel is pretty underappreciated. And I think over time we're going to start to see interest kind of buzz back into Timberon. Now, I'm not able to predict the future, but when we see properties that kind of check all of these boxes and are still underpriced, it makes you wonder. I would put my money out here. And so anyways, guys, this was a long rambling video, but I hope you got a gist of what it's like to live out in Timberon, or at least own land in Timberon. And ultimately, I hope you sense how passionate I am about these properties. I think it's a really special spot, and we deal with a lot of first-time land buyers who they don't even necessarily know where to buy land. They just want to buy land. And so this is a video where it's like, hey, if you're looking for land out there, look in Timberon. It's a special spot. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Sumner@thelandpioneer.com, or head over to thelandpioneer.com, shop around, take a look at all of our properties. We just added a little over 60 new properties, and a lot of them are selling pretty darn quick. So if you like any of those lots, go review them, click reserve now, place a down payment. We'll get all the paperwork handled, and you'll be off to the races. You guys have a great day. Take care.